In order to solve this absolute value inequality, we first need to isolate the absolute value, and we can do that by dividing both sides of the inequality by 8. That is going to leave us with the absolute value of 3 plus 6n is greater than 15. From here, we can split the absolute value into two separate inequalities. The first one is going to look identical to the original inequality but without the absolute value signs. So we have 3 plus 6n is greater than 15. We're going to solve this just like a normal inequality. So we subtract 3 from both sides, which will give us 6n is greater than 12. And now we can divide both sides of the inequality by 6, and that's going to give us our first value, which is n is greater than 2. For the second part of the split, we want to keep everything that's in the absolute value exactly the same. We want to change the sign of the term on the other side, and we want to flip the inequality. So we end up with 3 plus 6n is less than negative 15. We now solve just like we normally would. Subtract 3 from both sides, and we'll get 6n is less than negative 18. Divide both sides of that inequality by 6, and we get our second value, which is n is less than negative 3. Now to sketch a graph of the solution for this inequality, we need to take our 2 points, put them on a line, and then decide are we going to include them, and in what direction are we going to draw our lines and arrows. Now n is less than negative 3, that means we're not going to include it. We draw an open circle. It also means we're going to draw the arrow to the left because it is less. N is greater than 2, so we're not going to include it. We draw an open circle, and because it's greater, we draw the line to the right. And that is our final answer.